Lights up on a cemetery somewhere in the Los Angeles area. It is nighttime as our story begins, and we can hear the sound of crickets chirping, as well as an owl hooting overhead. Soon, a light hits on a figure that is seated by a gravestone within the cemetery. This is Willow, a teenage goth girl. She is dressed in the typical style of a goth: black dress, black gloves, etc. She is lit by the light of a lantern as she silently looks in a compact mirror, then begins to reapply some black lipstick to her lips. She slowly and carefully applies to her bottom, then top lip. She soon puckers up and checks herself out in the contacts, then does an air kiss once, nods in satisfaction, then pockets the lipstick and contact. Soon, a second figure slowly pokes his head from off stage to look at Willow. It is a boy around her age, named Jimmy. He is a plain, ordinary, almost Kevin Arnold from the Wonder Years type of kid. He is dressed in jeans and a shirt, as well as a jacket. He watches Willow with curiosity and interest as he silently tiptoes towards her, trying not to make any noise. Of course, he's not doing a terribly good job of it, as Willow side-eyes him briefly, then smiles as he approaches. Jimmy gets closer and closer, but before he can speak, Willow speaks first.
You know, it's not very polite to sneak up on someone unannounced. Don't you want to at least say hi first?
Uh, Sorry about that. How'd you know I was here?
Well, it may be dark out, but that doesn't mean that sound suddenly stops when the sun goes down. You crunching on the dead leaves was a giveaway, not to mention your nervous breathing in and out, and the fact that you kicked a rather large rock a few steps back.
Oh! Yeah, I guess I should have realized. Cemeteries usually have, well, dead leaves and rocks lying all around.
Indeed, they do. So,
So?
hi.
Oh! Er, um... Hi. I am so sorry. I'm just really not used to doing this.
Saying hello to someone?
No, I mean, sitting in a cemetery like this. Alone. At night.
You're not alone. I'm here too. Me and, well, a couple of hundred other, mostly quiet people.
Yeah, that too. Yikes.
Don't worry, it's not like this is a zombie movie. No one's going to suddenly rise up from the ground and start shambling towards you, wanting to munch on your arm or eat your brain. Then again, a zombie uprising would be kind of awesome to watch.
So, um, do you mind? I mean, if it's okay with you, if I joined you? If you'd rather be alone, that's cool too.
By all means, join me. I could do with some company that'll actually talk back for once. Go on, sit. I'm not going to cast any black magic spells on you, I promise.
Jimmy bashfully smiles and slowly sits down next to Willow. It's becoming clear that Jimmy seems to know Willow from someplace, and that he seems to have a bit of a smitten crush on her. As Jimmy settles into his spot, he speaks.
Willow, right?
That's my name. Yes. And Jimmy Backlund, right? From math class?
That's me. How'd you know my name?
Well, please don't take offense to this, Jimmy, but you're the only kid in Mr. Fargus's class who raises their hand to answer the math hypothetical he gives us every day at the beginning of class.
Math is my best subject, what can I say?
It's not a big deal, at least not to me anyway. Heck, I happen to be a history nerd, so I tend to raise my hand a lot in history class. It doesn't hurt that you're really adorable the way you raise your hand so eagerly. Mr. Fargus, the answer is 13, 13. And old Mr. Fargus chiming in. Ah, correct as always, Mr. Backlund.
Yep, good old Mr. Fargus. If you kids don't learn math, how will you ever survive after high school?
So, if you don't mind my asking, how'd you know I was here?
Huh?
I mean, I'm in a very specific part of the cemetery by a very specific grave. Someone would have had to spot me here before. Are you stalking me by any chance? Writing down my whereabouts in a notebook?
No, of course not. I don't mean to be a creep. I've just seen you sneak here a few times before, and I got curious. I never stalked you or anyone.
Jimmy, relax. I was just kidding. I know you're not stalking me. Besides, with all the noise you made before, you wouldn't make for a good stalker anyway. No offense, of course.
None taken. So, who was it?
Hmm?
The specific grave? Who's the person buried there? Is it someone in your family?
Oh gosh, I wish. No, no. This grave belongs to none other than Bela Lugosi.
Who?
Uh, Bela Lugosi. You know, Dracula, Count Dracula.
Oh, right, the old vampire dude.
Yeah, the old vampire dude. Gosh, I must have watched the original Dracula movie. Goodness, I want to say 100 times.
That many?
What can I say? It's my favorite movie. Don't you have a favorite movie that you've watched over and over?
I've watched Iron Man like 3 or 4 times, I think.
Ah, Bela Lugosi as Dracula. What great acting. And oh, I don't mean by his line delivery. That, of course, was hammy and silly. I mean, that's the charm of it, but no, just by his eyes.
His eyes?
Well, yeah, his eyes.
A beat. Willow moves closer to Jimmy and slowly gazes into his eyes. A deep, almost hypnotic gaze. Jimmy is smitten as she speaks in a sweet, low voice.
I mean, just the way he really gazes at people in the movie, staring deeply into their eyes, putting them all into trances under his spell. You follow me?
Uh-huh.
And not just his eyes, but his hands too. The movements were so fluid, so natural, making his victims just be like jello in his hand.
Yeah, Jello.
And his mouth, his lips, the way he had that wicked come hither seductive smile. It really does make for an intense moment. You know his victim should flee, but they're just so entranced, so taken by him that they can't possibly look away.
Oh, wow, you were just so beautiful. I want to kiss you right smack on the lips.
Or do you?
Uh, um, I, uh,
Remember, I did say that nighttime doesn't mean that sound suddenly stops, especially when people say the quiet part out loud.
no, listen, I didn't mean anything bad by it. It just slipped out. Don't be mad, Willow.
Jimmy, relax. It's fine. Besides, I'll do it.
You'll do it?
Yeah. Kiss you? I'll do it.
You'll kiss me? Your lips to mine.
Sure, why the heck not? I mean, you're really, really cute. And hey, it's a full moon out tonight. Bewitching romantic things usually happen during times like that, don't they? Especially by Dracula's grave, right?
I guess they do.
A beat. Willow smiles and inches closer to Jimmy, who still can't quite believe what he's seeing.
This is happening?
Yeah,
For real?
yes.
your lips are going to touch mine in just a few seconds?
Jimmy, I told you, you need to relax. Don't be so stiff. Calm down and just go with the flow. You'll give yourself a heart attack, and you're not even middle-aged.
I'm sorry. I just did not think that this would be happening. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Blurting out something like that out loud, and then the pretty girl you're talking to just being in agreement with it, and
Jimmy, just relax.
She smiles again, leans in, and gently presses her lips to Jimmy's in a kiss. Jimmy's eyes remain open in dazed bliss. Willow lets the kiss linger for a count of 5, then breaks off the kiss slowly.
There.
wow,
Well, thank you.
my first ever kiss.
My second ever kiss.
Awesome. Wait, your second kiss?
Yeah, my first kiss was 6 months ago with Dylan Parker at the pep rally the football team had under the bleachers.
Dylan Parker, the quarterback of the football team? Gee, he seemed to be more the cheerleader type.
He is. He was dared to kiss me by some other jocks and cheerleaders. They told him, kiss the weirdest girl in school, and that girl happened to be me. That night, I was just sitting underneath the bleachers, trying to be away from the testosterone. Truth be told, I didn't even want to go to the pep rally, but my parents insisted, how will you ever make friends if you don't go to events your peers are all at, huh? So over came Dylan to kiss me, and I wasn't going to dare say no. There were more of them than there were of me. You know what I mean?
I do.
I mean, it was just a stupid kiss. It didn't mean anything. To be honest, kissing you was a lot nicer than kissing him. His breath stunk, and he had chapped lips too. You're a much better kisser.
I am?
Yeah.
She trails off into silence. Willow tries to discreetly wipe away a tear, but Jimmy spots it right away.
Willow?
I'm fine. I'm fine. What's up?
I'm not so sure about that. People who are normally fine don't wipe tears away.
You saw that, huh?
It may be nighttime, but that doesn't mean that well-lit things suddenly cannot be seen.
A turnabout is fair play, huh?
I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, it's cool. We can talk about other things if you'd rather.
It just really sucks, you know. It sucks going through life not having a lot of friends to speak of, and mostly being known as the weird goth girl that is Willow. Heck, Willow isn't even my real name, it's Greta.
Greta?
Greta, I know, lame, right?
It's not lame to me. I think it's a rather nice name.
You're very sweet. Why is it that sweet guys like you, who come into my life, I can count on one hand? Guys or girls to be friends with. I've mostly kept to myself since I was a kid. No one ever makes a move to try to get to know me, to speak to me and talk to me, to be friendly. I guess in a way that's kind of why I dove right into this goth looking attitude like this. I figured I might as well just go with it if people are going to call you the weird goth girl.
Willow, if it makes you feel any better, I don't think you're weird. I mean, I kind of get what it's like to be an outcast. Not exactly popular either. Most kids just call me the goofy nerd kid.
Horrible. Just horrible. Just because you're smart and funny, they call you a goofy nerd? I mean, sure, maybe you're a bit awkward and stiff sometimes, but to me, it's adorable and endearing. Not a bad thing.
Willow, I kind of have a confession to make. I've always kind of had a crush on you.
On me?
Yeah, I mean, you're really, really, really pretty, if I'm being honest. It's just more than that, you know? You're so intelligent, so interesting. It's kind of why I came in here tonight. If it were any other person, I'd be in my room right now doing homework. But you, I wanted to sit down with, talk to. That's also why I said I wanted to kiss you out loud. Because, well, I pretty much wouldn't object to being kissed or kissing you from way back when.
Gee,
I've always wanted to say hello to you in school or around the neighborhood, but I guess I just got all nervous and flustered, so I chicken out each time.
why wish you wouldn't have? I would have loved to have you come and talk to me. Because since we're both being honest here, I'm kind of crushing on you too. Happened for a while.
Me?
Yeah, you're adorably cute. And from what I've seen around, you're smart, you're funny, sweet.
Oh, gee.
You need to not be so tense and stiff around me and other people, but that's a different story.
Yeah, I've been trying to work on that. I guess I'm just not used to someone like you being so kind to me, or wanting to talk to me, be friendly with me.
Kiss you on the lips.
Yeah, kiss me on the lips.
The two shyly smile and inch closer to one another. Willow shivers a bit from the cold, and Jimmy slowly takes off his jacket and puts it around her shoulders and arms. She smiles and snuggles into the jacket a bit, then looks back to Jimmy. Shyly, slowly, the two lean in and kiss again. Jimmy is now less nervous, less stiff. The two gently embrace as the sweet, plain but memorable kiss goes on for a few seconds, then the two break off and smile.
Told you that you're a good kisser, especially when you relax.
Thanks.
I think I'll tell people that you're my first kiss. My first proper run anyway. And Dylan Parker can smooch my entire backside if he tries to complain about it.
Me as your first kiss, huh? I like that narrative.
Me too. Walk me home?
I'd love to.
Willow stands up and offers Jimmy her hand. He smiles and takes it. The two begin to walk off as we hear the slight sounds of the instrumental beat of the song Bela Lugosi's Dead by Bauhaus play in the background.
So, tell me more about Bela Lugosi. Did he do any other movies besides Dracula?
Oh gosh, where do I even start? He did a ton of movies. Let's see, he did this one movie called The Raven where he plays a mad doctor, and it's based on the works of Edgar Allan Poe. Now in this movie,
She trails off as they finally exit the stage and the lights fade to black.